Hey everyone! So today we're going to talk about your second bonus training, fast action bonus, which is the ultimate upsell. So incorporating facial gua sha into your practice. And this doesn't really matter what kind of practice you already have, whether you do massage, you do acupuncture, shiatsu, anything. You can use these principles in all kinds of work. So, why am I calling this the ultimate upsell? Well, basically, if you are practicing massage, acupuncture, body work, any of these things, then I'm sure that you are working hard every day, every session, physically, your body. Um, there's a lot of exertion involved with these treatments and in keeping your clients happy and giving them the results that they seek. So when you start to incorporate these sessions into your work, you are keeping their satisfaction, maybe even increasing their satisfaction with your work and dramatically decreasing the physical exertion involved in your treatments. So, applying facial gua sha in your practice gives you the opportunity to continue to make good money and take a lot of the physical effort out of the work. And I don't know, we're going to talk about this a little later on in the training, but depending on how you go about doing this, I'm going to outline a few different ways. If you're looking at offering it as a standalone treatment, you can do a 30-minute session, you could do a 45-minute session. I don't know about you, but personally, my shorter sessions are a higher cost per minute um, for the client. So, for example, where I may charge $100 for a 1 hour session, I would charge $60 for a 30-minute session. So it's just about 15% higher price point. Or, the other way to do it, as we're going to talk, would be incorporate into your existing sessions for the price that you already charge, but again, and just way less physical exertion during that time. So it is a really great way to make your clients very happy, bliss them out right at the end of their session, and and give yourself a little bit of a break from work. And it works really well, and it works for so many different things. So there really are, a lot of upside to using facial gua sha in your practice. So, of course, I am saying facial gua sha, but if you've purchased my training, then you also have the opportunity to apply acupoint therapy and holding, even with your hands or with your tools, as a part of this as well. So it just adds to the relief and the relaxation of the sessions. So before I get into the upsell training, I just wanted to add, some people were asking when I generally apply facial gua sha into my session, and if I am doing body treatment and facial treatment, I personally always apply this treatment at the end of the session. So, for example, if my client was suffering from headaches, like chronic headaches or migraines, one thing that I might do is I may apply some of the acupressure points and the gua sha on the lower leg area, as I teach in my course during the body session. and then see how they've responded to it. And if those points on their head where they suffer from discomfort are still giving them problems, I may not want to work directly on them on the first session. But if they are already feeling some relief, then I can go ahead and I can apply the gua sha to the acupoints and the face and the head, and potentially also do, at the end of the session, do a little bit of more work down the neck and shoulders and arms to kind of open up the channels, for that energy to move out, as well as repeating, or then at the end of the treatment, going down the lower leg and working down the lateral leg and into the foot. So if you're talking about a client who has chronic headaches and migraines, I would not overlook that part of the body. Okay, so oops, we have a little bit of a block out here. I'm just gonna see. So when you're doing these treatments, you really have to uh, you have to do it your way, right? In terms of an upsell, I can tell you this is how you do it, but if the way that I suggest to you does not feel like it's in integrity for you, then you need to. Sorry about all the birds. You need to do it your way, right? You need to approach it in the way that feels right for you. But these are some ideas that you can use and you can modify to your own comfort level. So, one way that, especially at the beginning when you're first learning the technique and you're still practicing, that gives you a great opportunity to get more practice on different people as well. But a nice way to do it is to offer it as a gift to your client. Just say, you know what, you're such a great client, and I love working with you, and I feel like this you could really enjoy this session. And so today, as a gift to you, I'm going to offer you a free 15-minute facial upgrade session and explain to them, what you're going to do, and say, normally this is like a 30-minute, or you can even do it as a 20-minute or a 15-minute addition to your treatment time for your clients. Or, of course, you can also incorporate it into the treatment time that they already have and take time away from the other work that you're doing. If your clients really love your work, then they might just want to add the extra time rather than taking time away from their precious massage. But you offer it to them as a free upgrade for the first session as a gift to them. And then once it's finished, you can say, well, how did you like that? And how do you feel? And did you want to add that on? Did you want to add some gua sha onto your next session? Generally speaking, for the effects, especially the cosmetic effects or treating symptoms such as headaches and sinuses, you really want to do it 3 or 4 times at the beginning, and then every month or every 4 weeks as a kind of touch up. Now, if you have a client who's only coming once a month and they really like the facial gua sha, then that's an opportunity for you to bring them in for a solo treatment. So they come in just for the facial gua sha sessions in between their regular sessions, and you can make it a only only gua sha session. So again, depending on how you work, those are all different ways that you can do it. And you can just say, normally it's a 30-minute session, but today I'm just going to give you I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to give you a sample, like 10, 15 minutes, and just see if you like it, see if you'd like to continue with this further on. And that makes them feel really special that you're giving them this gift, as well as it's giving you practice, and it's getting you potentially an upsell as well. And the second way that is really, really effective for this is if you have a client who has a certain problem, like headaches like sinus problems, like brain fog, like fatigue, like puffiness, lymphatic, dark circles, any of these concerns, you can say, and listen, I just took this great online course and it works really well for this problem that you're having. I know that's not why you're here, but um, we can try this if you want, and see how it goes. And again, then you explain to them that normally it would be a 30-minute, or you can do short ones as 15, but I do recommend 30 minutes so that you can do a full treatment on the client and they get the most benefit from it. And then again, next time we can add it onto the session, and let them know from the get-go that there is an additional charge for that add-on. So again, it's a great way to solve their problem, which they may not have even realized that you are a person who could solve that problem. They may not think of these symptoms as something that they would necessarily come to you for. You do have to be a little bit careful, say, oh, let's fix those dark circles, because you don't want to make them self-conscious. So you do have to approach it with a little bit of care. And yes, so there's a couple of ways of doing it. If your clients normally come for an hour and 15 or an hour and a half or 2 hour sessions or whatever it is, um, you can include it in the time that they're already seeing you and take away from some of the other work that you're doing, or you can do it as an add-on. So they come for their hour and then they add on a half an hour for the session. Um, that's another way to do it, or it can be a standalone session. So you can offer it on your services menu as a standalone gua sha treatment. I mean, this is the way that you can really charge the most for it. And I've seen people charge anywhere from $15 as an add-on to $75 as a standalone session. So really, really good value for the dollar in terms of your physical output. And you can always make it into a longer session, 30, a 45, or really even an hour session. I wouldn't necessarily do an hour of gua sha exclusively on a client, but you can add the approaches that are in my training with working on the hands and the feet and the head, as well as the face, to really give them a very luxurious and enjoyable um, treatment that they won't forget. So that can be a standalone session, and maybe you have all those nice add-ons for the standalone, which makes it just, last a little longer. And of course, I would recommend as well, finding a nice oil that you're using that has a really beautiful scent, maybe even having two or three different options and letting them choose which oil they want you to use on their face based on the smell, or choosing the oil based on their complexion or skin type. So these are all ways that, and of course, depending on your practice, you may even have these oils for sale in your clinic. I certainly do. I've created a number of different facial oils for gua sha and cupping that are designed for skin type, age, and also preference. I have two different scents. For aging skin. One is rosehip oil, one is argan oil. So there's lots of different ways and products that um, you can put together for your clients to give them the really wonderful experience. Okay, so I hope that's helpful on how to upsell facial gua sha. And I will add that, once you've completed the course, of course, you may want to just practice talking about the benefits of facial gua sha. And I forgot to put the slide in here. But the other way that you can benefit or you can profit from facial gua sha, if your clients really like it, is you can also become an affiliate and you can sell the facial gua sha challenge video training to your clients. So if they want to learn to do this on themselves and to do it every day, I can set you up with affiliate links for the uh, any of the gua sha tools, and also the facial gua sha challenge, which is essentially video training for your clients, 5-day challenge to do facial gua sha on themselves. And if you're really savvy, you can even set that up in such a way that you are leading the challenge with your client list, and then they can order. I can do all of this for you, so you just have to reach out to me, and I will set you up with all of the links for that, and then you would earn an affiliate commission on the facial gua sha challenge. And I can set you up so that they get tools sent right to their home, just like you will be receiving the tools for gua sha to your home. So that's another great way to make a little bit of money. I think the course setup is $40. You get 30% commission, so it's $12 per student. Every little bit helps these days. So consider that. And if you would like to learn more about the facial gua sha challenge and setting that up, so it's automated for your clients, you just need to reach out to me, and we'll have a conversation. We'll get that set up for you. All right. So I hope this is helpful, and have a beautiful day. Bye.